That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. We are in Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have good jobs. We have good home time. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We have a 401k where we match your gross pay up to 4%. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Be home on the weekend. Drive for the best today, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Truck Talk. What a great day to be here. It's almost Christmas time. Wow, I'm so excited. But I want to tell you, I want to make sure that you know to be careful. Be careful. We're getting close to Christmas and everybody's not in the Christmas spirit. So we need to be careful and make sure that we don't get ourselves in no kind of position that will harm us. In other words, ladies, y'all go together. Y'all go together when you go. And try not to go at dark if you have to. I know the time is changing and it gets dark real early, but park your cars in lighted places. And, you know, I can't go on no further this morning without sending my regards to Big John's family. I know everybody's heard the news, but I happen to know him. I used to go to Lowndes County to concerts and ride my motorcycle, and he would always get on me like, "Hoss Daddy, cut out that fuss now, cut out that fuss." And you know, we live in a world that there's nothing we can do but pray. We need to pray for Big John and his family, and pray for the person that did it. I know you're thinking, pray for the person that did it. Yes, pray for him and his family, that God will touch his heart. Let's look at some scores here. What about Brantley? They fell a little short. Sweetwater, Brantley falls out. Only people close to us that's still in it is be Ayrton. Ayrton won 34-14 over Americas, but what we got to pull for is Troy University. Troy University had a big loss this weekend, but they still can be bowl eligible. All they need to do is win this week. So we got to pull for Troy. Alabama still hanging around. Hey, Alabama's 66. Western Carolina was 3. Auburn, hey, 52-0 over Samford. I want you to know that on December the 13th and 14th, for the handicap, Terry McPherson is having a big hunt. You guys that hunt, we want you to come out and help these handicapped kids. Terry's going to be on the show next Monday, and he's going to tell you more about it, but I want everybody to get ready for this and get ready to do this. You know what we do right here at Wiley Sanders Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We talk about trucking because you have it. It was on a truck at one point in time. But most of all, we want you to know about our community. We're about community building, and we got a lot of great guests this morning. So we're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to come back with our first guest. Do you want a good truck driving job? Do you want to drive for the best? Then drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have good benefits. We have good home time. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We match your 401k up to 4%. You can start in the 401k retirement plan after 30 days of employment. You need to drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. It's time for you to think about you and your family's future. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign-on bonus? These guys did.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
It's that time of year again. Merry Christmas from Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Oh, look at all my beautiful little helpers. We got toys. That's right. It's the toy drive from Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Trojan Detail. Also, Walt's Gym. It's Christmas time. Girls and boys, can you do it? I don't hear y'all. Join our family today. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. We are in Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have good jobs. We have good home time. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We have a 401k where we match your gross pay up to 4%. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Be home on the weekend. Drive for the best today, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Really?
And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders. I just finished telling you that Wiley Sanders Truck Lines is into the community and community building. I have the Dawson family here with me this morning, and we're trying to build a playground.
That's right, Jeffrey. We got a great school at Troy Elementary. We have about probably 850 kids use this playground every day.
850. You know, James Sanders called me and he said, Jeffrey, he said, I saw the show. You know, a lot of people still don't quite know what Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders is about. And he had just got it. He said, okay, I get it. We talk about trucking, but we see those equipment that's going to come in, it probably come in on the truck. And he was telling me that you was working on building this program, this playground. And what we want to do is, why do y'all need that playground? Tell me about it.
This is my daughter. May I introduce my daughter, Jeffrey?
Yeah, sure.
My name is Caleb Dawson. I'm the president of the Troy Elementary School PTO this year. And this is my daughter, Josephine, and she's a 5th grader at Troy Elementary, and she serves on the SGA. So, Josephine, I'm sorry I interrupted, but why do we need a new playground at Troy Elementary?
Our playground right now is really old and kind of outdated, and there aren't a lot of things that people that maybe are in a wheelchair or have like leg braces or something, they can't really use it. It's not very accessible.
So this is an opportunity to help our playground serve more of the school community. Is that another way to say it?
Yeah, and let me ask you this: what are some of the things that you asked in the community? What are your plans? What are you gonna do? Because we want to be a part of it. I want to jump right on the bandwagon.
Well, I'm glad you asked. Every day there are about, how many kids would you say per period?
About 150.
About 150 kids spend 40 minutes at a time on this playground, and we want to make sure that for every kid on that playground, every student, those 40 minutes they spend during recess are 40 minutes that they get healthier, stronger, more comfortable with their bodies. So we want to make sure that no matter what a kid's athletic interests are or what their physical abilities are, there's something on that playground that will work for them, and that's the main goal of this project. So we've talked to our coaches, our school administrators, we've talked to playground equipment suppliers, and over the starting with some new playground equipment over the next few years, we're going to upgrade that playground into a place where every member of the Troy Elementary School community can grow and be healthy in the time they have, and that's the broad 50,000-foot view of what we're doing.
Well, I'm so proud of your daughter to sit here and I heard her say, so kids with braces and handicap, sometimes we kind of overlook little things like that. And that's why I was talking about Terry's hunt. It's sort of like that. I've seen this. I'm talking about kids with no legs, kids that arms, and he puts on this hunt every year. So like what you're talking about, he fixes it where these guys and girls are able to go and hunt. And that's what we have to do. So I'm so proud to hear you say that, to look at someone, because I can tell you're real healthy, but you're a smart little girl and you want to help other people. So tell me this, what you want us to do?
We need money.
We need
money, yeah.
Okay.
Our goal is, what is it?
About $100,000.
That's your
Not gonna be
goal.
a cheap playground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we talk about it in terms of an investment. We're investing in the kids in our community because the next Wiley Sanders or the next Jack Hawkins or the next John Lewis is probably a student at Troy Elementary right now. And when we invest in those kids with something like a playground, that's a way for us to make sure that next high achiever who helps build our community will reach his or her potential and have the chance to do the great things that so many of the people who've come before us have done for our community.
Let's sit here and listen to your daughter. I can tell that they put out some good students there because she's very knowledgeable and very smart. When I asked her what school was it, she held back. She said the Trojans. So you're a Trojan? Well, I'm so so proud of you. We're gonna get together. Me and James Sanders was talking the other day, and we was trying to come up with some things that. One of the things I suggested was maybe we get a jacket. You know, it's just a jacket and we bid on it.
That sounds great.
You know, we just put this jacket up here. Maybe I keep it up here the month of December, and everybody just bids on it. And then at the end, whoever has the highest bid, Truck Talk beats him, and then he has to see do they really want it. Just stuff they compete with, and maybe have some cook-offs and stuff, because I know with little girls like this and little boys like I see your son out there, we need to work hard at this. You're right. You're so right when you say that's our future.
That's right.
And this is our community. This is our school, which makes this our problem, which
Exactly.
make it well, we've got to fix it. Ain't that right? Yes, sir. Okay.
Well,
Don't get shy on me now. Don't get shy on me now.
Josephine and I were at the Fall Festival a few weeks ago, and a family made a donation to the playground. We had a poster showing, you know, some of the things like a zip line and new swings and that sort of thing. And parents and kids were coming up. In fact, kids would drag their parents across the cafeteria and say, "Mom, Dad, come look at what our new playground." And it was just on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And we talked to one family, and the mom in this family, we told her what was going on and how we were raising money. She reached down deep in her pocketbook, and she got out a $10 bill and gave it to us. And I feel like that was probably a $10 bill she kept in her pocketbook for emergencies. And we're so grateful for that $10 because that means a lot to that family, and they know how much that playground will mean to their community.
Let me ask you this: do you have a website or somewhere that people can donate to now?
We do. Tell
me about
the
it.
easiest way to get in touch, I'll give you a couple ways. Number one, call me. 334-581-1077, or email troyelемentarypto@gmail.com, or communicate with us on our Facebook page. You can just search Troy Elementary School PTO. The other easy way to do it, if you're not an electronics person or you happen to be in the neighborhood,
I raise my hand.
what I'd like you to do, sir, is to just take that checkbook right on by 503 Gibb Street and just walk in the office at Troy Elementary. And we accept donations at the office anytime the school's open. Also, we're going to be looking for some in-kind donations, and a lot of local businesses have already made commitments. Some in-kind donations on the order of up in the 5 figures, and it's going to take more donations like that to get this playground built. So we're going to need to rent some equipment to dig some holes, probably. We're going to do some dirt work and some concrete pouring, and all of those things are things that if a cash donation is not in a person or a business's budget, then we're wide open to in-kind donations. In fact, Wallace Pump had some scrap pipe sitting around in the back of their they kind of have a little scrap area, and one of the members of the Wallace family got a hold of us, and we went out there with a pickup truck, and loaded up that scrap pipe, and took it to Jack Metals, and came back with $54, and that puts us $54 closer to this playground happening.
So when is your goal to do this? Do you have a goal, or you just gonna wait till you got it, or do you have a date?
We do. We want to start construction just about as soon as school lets out for the summer in May.
So it'll be ready for 2020.
That's right.
That's good.
And as far as fundraising goes, around January we need to know about how much we've raised, because we got to put in orders for equipment, and it takes like any kind of equipment, it takes weeks or even a few months to get that stuff built.
Look, Ms. Dawson, I got a little project for you. I want you to do. I want you and 5 of your friends, and each one of them, we're going to pay by categories. I want them to do me a paper with the knowledge of trucking. I want y'all to research everything y'all can do by trucking. You're in charge of it. And I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to get somebody that knows really, probably Kevin Baker. I'm always leaving. I'm going to let Kevin Baker, he went to school right here in Troy, and he's a Troy native. And he's going to grade these papers. And we're going to give y'all money for y'all playground according to the paper. And I got my money on you. So.
That's a smart bet, my friend.
Go get you 4 of your friends. That'll be 5. And already you got $500.
Oh.
We're going to give y'all $100 apiece. But the brighter Kevin tell me this paper is, we're going to see which one of you little girls gets the most likes or whatever, how they sit on Facebook, whichever one Kevin grades and says, this is the highest one. Well, that one get an extra 50 for your school, but it's still for the school, so no one can get mad. We just gonna have fun with it. I just want to see your knowledge.
That is extremely generous.
And we're gonna see you do that. And I got some friends of mine. They just don't know it yet, but they're gonna help me come up with that $500.
Well, Mr. Bennett, I got a question for you. You know about the trucking business.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking to a fifth grader or somebody, an elementary school age student, what does a person like Josephine need to know about the trucking business when they're thinking about their future? Is a person like Josephine have a future in the trucking business?
She has a future in the trucking business, and also the trucking business. Everything is going to be put on that playground. I promise you, Josephine. Sometime or another, it was on a truck. The biggest thing, people like you that are smart, you think of things or ways. People think it's just drivers. I know you think, well, I don't want to drive a truck, but no, you can be in customer service, reaching out to the community, getting loads. Right now, we got like 20 people that are on the phone, and they're making sure that driver has something to do. It's real interesting. I'm actually coming, I think it's to Pike County Elementary. I'm setting up for the career day.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to have some literature, and I need somebody to hand out some pens and stuff. So you see, you smart. I'm pretty sure they'll let you out for 10 or 15 minutes. So how many girls are you supposed to get now?
4.
4.
Including me, it would be 5.
Yeah.
And so y'all are going to do what?
Write an essay about trucking.
About trucking, the trucking industry. I want to know about driving license. I want the knowledge of everything.
What about technology? Is that something that would be belong in this?
Let me tell you something. I talked to a friend of mine last night, and me and him it's just funny you asked that. We were just talking. The technology of trucks are so, do you know you can leave here on a truck, be dispatched, and never talk to a human till you get back?
Huh.
Your loads, your directions, the truck actually tells you when your hours is up. It
Wow.
tells you when you're getting too close to the right. Technology is so education. You must have it. You got to have education. You got to be able to work all these technologies. It's not just getting in there, putting it in gear and taking off no more. That's why they have schools. I got a school here this morning, and they're going to talk about some of that stuff and stuff they teach them. But the one thing I can say about trucking, it moves this world. I want to be involved in anything that makes our world move.
Yeah.
Young people like you our future. And that's why we're going to help you. And I'm just real excited about how you explained your playground. She said, we need a playground.
Josephine is a really good communicator. Do you mind if I ask Josephine a question?
No, I do not.
We talked about this at breakfast. Josephine, you've been talking to the kids at Troy Elementary. What are some of the features of this playground that your classmates are really excited about?
Most of my classmates are excited about, on the big picture we had, there was a zip line, and a lot of them are excited about that.
A zip line.
They're also excited about swings.
Swings.
Because we did this thing where we went to some local places, and it gave you a sheet of paper, and you drew what you wanted on the playground.
Kids drew their dream playground.
And there was one person who wrote swings times 16, wasn't it?
One kid just drew a swing set, and then he wrote X16. He was saying, I want 16 swing sets.
So people are really excited about that, and a lot of people want to be able to play sports. One of our soccer goals recently
Collapsed. So soccer equipment.
And then people like to play sports. Pretty much, they just want something new, less flaking paint,
The coaches.
more fun.
The coaches mentioned to me they like to have a walking trail around the playground area. Is that something you can see kids spending time on?
Yeah, I
So
can.
you might just walk and talk or run and see who can make it around there
Study.
fast.
You can
Yeah.
learn. Let me ask you this. What's the zip line?
Zip line.
Yeah, help me out with that. What's the zip line? What's the zip
So
line?
in the picture, it was like this structure, and there's a line. It was like a swing.
There's a steel cable between two metal structures, And it's 100 feet long. This one's 100 feet long.
So I don't need to get on it.
No.
I can see what it.
But you it's got some kind of trolley on it, and a student will hang from the trolley and zip from one end of the gravity, or pull them from one end to the other, right?
And there are like wood chips under it, so if you fall.
Oh, wood chips.
Well, there's
looking more like an airbag.
Yeah, it's mulch. It's specially designed mulch to protect kids, and there are regulations saying for a certain if a piece of playground equipment is this tall, you got to have this much mulch, and if it's this tall, you got to have this much. So we're going by the book and making sure we have enough fall protection under each piece of equipment.
Well, Josephine, you have did a good job, and I'm gonna look forward to meeting you again. And I really want to keep up with you. Don't forget me. Hey, I commend you on the job you're doing, Mr. Dawson, and I'm so glad to have you to come. And this won't be the last time. We're gonna get out there and work with you on it. And I want you to tell all your little classmates good morning this morning.
Morning.
They might need to wake up. It's the first day of Thanksgiving holidays. You want to tell them to wake up?
Wake up!
Wake up!
I tell you.
Go who? Go who?
Go Trojans!
Yes, sir.
I want to thank the Sanders companies because they've made a serious commitment to building this playground, in kind and financial commitment. It means a lot. I'm grateful for the investment that the Sanders companies are making in our community's future, because it's going to pay off. I guarantee you. It's a smart investment.
I know it will. Maybe one day I may go in one of them offices and Josephine may be sitting in there just working them computers. Mm-hmm. You never can tell.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with a commercial after this commercial break. Thank you. Go Trojans.
Go Trojans.
Go Trojans.
Do you want a good truck driving job? Do you want to drive for the best? Then drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have good benefits. We have good home time. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We match your 401k up to 4%. You can start in the 401k retirement plan after 30 days of employment. You need to drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. It's time for you to think about you and your family's future. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign-on bonus? These guys did.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
It's that time of year again. Merry Christmas from Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Oh, look at all my beautiful little helpers. We got toys. That's right. It's the toy drive from Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Trojan Detail. Also, Walt's Gym. It's Christmas time. Girls and boys, can you do it? I don't hear y'all.
Merry Christmas from Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. Drive a Buck Division truck for Wiley Sanders Truck Line, be home twice a week and every weekend. You know, if these wheels roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, you make money. Home twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, $1,000 sign-on bonus. Come drive for the best today. Join our family today. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. We are in Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have good jobs. We have good home time. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We have a 401k where we match your gross pay up to 4%. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Be home on the weekend. Drive for the best today, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Welcome back to Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. I am pleased to have Southern States Truck Driving School with me today. How you doing, man?
How you doing, Mr.
How you doing?
All right.
Talk to y'all this week. We're going to have lunch today, and we're going to do a tour of the place. And these are some of your students.
Yes, sir, sure.
So let me ask you this. If I was, say, out there like these ladies and me and was at one time, and I was looking for a job, what would I do to get in with you guys? What would be the process?
Well, first step is go to the front office and get set up. Find out if you can get it through the Career Center or possibly do self-pay. And then once you get over there with us, we'll help you obtain a CDL permit. And once you get your CDL permit, you come out to the yard and start training immediately.
And how long does the training last?
Well, being realistic, I mean, we set it up for a 4-week course, but we never push a student out. We have some students that could be there 6 weeks, 10 weeks, you know, give or take their learning curve.
So I come and I pay my money and I go 4 weeks. I really don't feel I have it. I come to you and I say, look, I need a little more time.
Absolutely.
Does that cost me more or you just run with me?
No, usually it don't cost you no more. Not that we are aware of. I mean, the only thing that costs more is sometimes if you take the first test inside Alabama up through the state, that's a part of your tuition. But if you take a test at the third party, that's going to come out of your pocket. Because I mean, it's a business. You know how that is.
I understand that. This is a question that I get asked a lot of times with schools. Guys and ladies too, excuse me. They come to me and they say, well, Hoss, you know, if I take my test on the manual and I don't pass, I just fail. So I'm going to take it on the automatic. Which then in my business turns me to have a lot of automatic drivers.
Right.
Where I'd rather have a driver that could do both.
Well, that's why we preach. That's why we preach. And in our school, we definitely teach strictly on a 10-speed. One of the kickers that we push out is, say, for instance, you have an automatic truck, and that truck breaks down, and you a former record driver yourself know that if there ain't an automatic truck available on the yard, what's the first thing you got to grab? A manual transmission. And if that student don't know how to drive that manual transmission, or he has that restriction, you can't carry it to him. So it's best for you to go on and not get the restriction. Go on and get your CDL with a 10-speed manual transmission.
So you have classrooms and you teach logs and stuff like that?
No, sir.
We
Since
don't
the
teach law per se.
Since
Because
ELD
it goes
came
to
out,
the,
it changed a lot of things.
So y'all don't touch that?
No. Well, I mean, if they ask us questions, we give them insight about the hours of service and stuff like that. But like, as you know, there's not one ELD the same. So how can we sit there and teach on one system and then they come, say, for work for Wallace Sanders truck lines and it's
And
a
we
total
have
different
another
system?
system. You know, we try to keep up with the latest technology when it comes to that. We give a week training for that.
Yes, sir.
People used to gripe about that, but now
I highly recommend it.
you've got to know what's going on out there. I want to tell you guys, you have, ladies, you have made a great choice. There's money in trucking. Everybody wasn't designed to be a doctor, a lawyer, a secretary, or whatever. There's money out there to be made. But I do not sugarcoat this. I do not sugarcoat this. You have to have your system free of drugs. You have to have a good driving record. You can't have these speeding tickets. I love to go fast. I'm just going to tell you, I love to go fast.
But you got to do it
But
in the
a
right places.
ticket 15 miles over is bad.
Reckless
Bad. And I know you teach that at your schools and stuff.
Oh yeah. We highly focus on safety. I mean, if we're not on the yard, the trucks don't move.
Yeah.
It's a reverse first gear only on the yard. When you get off the yard is when you're able to go up the gears and get to the high side and get the feel for the truck at a higher speed, but not on the yard.
You know, I used to try to be cool, and I'm going to tell a little story on myself. When we first got our Peterbilts, you know, they had those long hoods on them, boy. And I went down to Dothan. I got a good friend of mine, Derek Thompson. He sits real low in the seat. And so I kind of saw that, I said, well, that's real cool, So I had my seat dropped down like that, and I'm down there in Dothan, and I'm just cruising the parking lot, and I'm telling you, don't do this. But I see everybody looking at me, so I let a little more air out of it, and I got my arm all propped up there, and I'm cool, but I'm not safe. Listen, I'm cool. I hit a pothole. When I did, I thought that truck was gonna turn over. When it run in that pothole, it whoom, and you know the next thing, stuff go to flying, and I got straightened out. It was just a pothole, but it could have been something else. Right. But it was so funny when I got back to the dock. The guy came up to me. He said, "I never seen a man grow so fast as you did when you hit that pothole." Because when I hit that pothole, I hit that air seat to it up. I wanted to see what was going on out there.
You made sure you lifted it up from that.
I'm trying to tell you guys, you're gonna get in those positions where, ladies, men too, you're gonna see your friends, and you're gonna want to do a little something different. A truck, it's just like on your car, your motorcycle. when you go to showing out and when you go to putting on a show, bad, bad, bad. Every time it's gonna be bad, bad, bad. You guys excited about being here today and going to eat with us? You gonna eat with me today?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat with you.
You gonna eat? The last time we was there, he sat back and he said, "How's Daddy? I come anytime. I enjoy you." We're going to a great restaurant. We're going to do. What do y'all live at?
I live in Cottondale, Florida.
Cottondale.
Columbia, Alabama.
I'm out of Salem, Alabama.
Dothan.
Dothan?
Dothan.
Geneva, Alabama.
Geneva, Alabama. Okay. Oh, y'all can move to Troy. Just seeing how much would it take. It wouldn't take.
You hope it works out that way.
Yeah, I hope it works out that way. Let me tell you something. I not only sell wireless Sanders now, I tell people to come to my town. I say, come to my town. We got a college. We got good hospitals. We got good doctors. We have 5 sister plants. 5. Right down the premises that I'm gonna take you to today. We make this. It's called True Snap. It's a paint can that we make. I mean, we make right here in Troy. This has to go out. To make it again, we have to have product to come back in. And I'm gonna show you some more things about us. You know, for a long time, I carried this book around, and it said True Snap by K&W Plastics. And sometimes it takes something to happen to you for you to do something different. And lady asked me one day, so, well, what is True Snap? I said, well, it's a paint can we make. So, well, what it look like? Heck, I didn't know. So I got one. I can't wait to go back to that school. I can't wait to go back. But that's the truth. That's a special top we made. You know, at one time, paint cans, the can was plastic and the top was metal. So now, everything is plastic. This whole book, everything in it is recycled.
Awesome.
The pen and everything is recycled. What I'm trying to tell you is that a trucking company that's making things is gonna make it. Why is it gonna make it? On product, on freight. You make money by freight. By freight. I make money by getting you in, but your money strictly comes from freight and them wheels going around and around. That's what I offer here, Wallace. And we got the freight. And I don't worry about that. You had a good school. This guy used to work for us.
Mm-hmm.
They're friends, and I know both of them. This is not our first time meeting. And I was so excited when they told me Cottonwood was coming. And I'm going to apologize to y'all. I've had about 5 or 6 schools and hadn't thought about y'all. And they just come to me. I said, man, I got to get Cottonwood in.
Save the best for last, man.
Save the best for last, man.
One thing I want to bring up, House Daddy, I just want everybody to know that might see this, that over at Southern States Truck Driving School, we train on what they're going to drive. Okay? Mm-hmm. We train on 53-foot trailers. Mm-hmm. We train on Class A commercial trucks.
And you know what? What you just said there is a mouthful.
It's a difference.
We don't have a trailer under that. It was a time when we had some short ones and some long ones. Now all ours are 53 foot.
Absolutely.
And what they're telling you is a good thing. And I want to add to this. This training that you're getting, I think the only way to say it is do it like when you was in school. Learn it. Mm-hmm. Only this time, when you was in school, it was for what you was going to be in the future. Mm-hmm. This training is your life. Mm-hmm. It's that little girl that was sitting here, her life. Mm-hmm. You're out there in this world and you're driving this big piece of equipment. And you need to know what you're doing. You really need to know what you're doing. I admire a school. I don't like schools that go 2 weeks. And I make it public. I make it public. I just don't see in 2 weeks something that I'm still learning, and I'm 58 years old, that you can learn it in 2 weeks. Because I learn something about driving a truck all the time. But I want to show you something. This is Genesis Whitfield. I'm going to show the lady first. She came to us from Trinum State. Genesis told me what she had to make a week, but grant you, if she don't make it, let's let the audience say, that's Genesis Whitfield. If she don't make it, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble, but she's done good. But she bought into it. Our training program is 10 weeks.
And that's the best of the industry.
10 weeks.
That's the best of the industry.
And my safety man, Mr. Nelson, he just won't back off that. He won't back off that. When I first started in this job, I'm gonna be honest. I found out honesty is the best part. That used to make me mad. 10 weeks, that's too long. I got to 10. Because when I go to a class and I say 10 weeks, everybody would just look at me. Well, I had to learn how to explain why it was 10 weeks. It's 10 weeks because you learn some things.
It makes
You learn
you
how
a
to go
better
down
driver.
hills. It makes you a better driver. And we pay well enough. And you can see I passed this round and you said, well, I'll take it to lunch with us today. But you can see what they made. And when you get out of them 10 weeks, you're comfortable. Now, just like Southern State does, we do the same thing. I got a guy, I don't want to say his name because it may offend him, but I got a guy now he's been in a training program 10 weeks. He got out. He didn't feel comfortable. He driving with somebody else. You know what? I got more respect for him than I have a guy that really ain't got it to get out and jump in a truck.
Yeah.
I
This
got
was
more
honest.
respect for the guy that said, hey, you know what? I'm just not quite ready. And come to me and just told me that. Pass the road test.
And by him being honest with you like that, Hoss Daddy, that could change a lot of drastic scenarios that could have happened.
It could have happened. It could have happened. The last thing I want to happen is you to call me and tell me you've been in an accident.
Amen.
We practice safety first. I want to tell you this. If you're tired, fatigue is one of the number one things. If you're tired, there's no load of freight that important. No load of freight that important. It just ain't. Weather. Just because they open the roads up, doesn't mean you can go down there and drive in it. You use your discretion. Use your discretion. We're real strict on that because what he was comfortable with, what you're comfortable with, and I'm comfortable with, you may not be comfortable with.
That's right.
Now, where you play ball at? Auburn Tigers.
Yeah, that's a good team.
Auburn Tigers. I just looked at your shirt.
Yes, sir.
No chicken for you today. No, no, no,
I
no.
was gonna tell you, you need to change Big Al and put him behind.
Boy, I tell you, it's good. I love America. I love the freedom of speech and the freedom to choose what team. Nobody can tell you what you do. Let me tell you something about trucking. That's a freedom.
Yes, it is.
I made my money by the mile at one time, and I know it can be done. I'm 58 years old. This is the only job I ever had, and it's been good to me. Trucking has been good to me, and I always tell people, I said, look at yourself. Everything you got on, your car, your keys, at some point in time, it was on a truck. Trucking moves this world.
It's the
Trucking
it's a
moves
backbone
this
to
world.
America for sure.
But we're gonna take a commercial break and come back. I'm gonna let each one of you guys and ladies introduce your name and we'll get out of here. But we're gonna go to a commercial break, get y'all unnervous a little bit. Yeah, we're trying to go to a commercial break. Do you want a good truck driving job? Do you want to drive for the best? Then drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have good benefits. We have good home time. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We match your 401k up to 4%. You can start in the 401k retirement plan after 30 days of employment. You need to drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. It's time for you to think about you and your family's future. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign-on bonus? These guys did.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
It's that time of year again. Merry Christmas from Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Oh, look at all my beautiful little helpers. We got toys. That's right. It's the toy drive from Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Trojan Detail. Also, Walt's Gym. It's Christmas time. Girls and boys, can you do it? I don't hear y'all.
Merry Christmas from Raleigh Sanders Truck Line.
Join our family today. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. We are in Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have good jobs. We have good home time. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We have a 401k where we match your gross pay up to 4%. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Be home on the weekend. Drive for the best today, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. Drive a Buck Division truck for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Be home twice a week and every weekend. You know, if these wheels roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, you make money. Home twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, $1,000 sign-on bonus. Come drive for the best today.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
We're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. You know, I sit when schools come, I like to tell the students that not only do I sell Wiley Sanders, I be want to sell my town. You see what we was doing just then before y'all come here? I was waiting to come on about building the playground and working with the schools here. You're not going to find trucking companies like us. I can say that and go to sleep at night, knowing I'm right about that, dude. I mean, we got this show we do, and we do a lot of stuff in the community. We get out and we do things. Now, in trucking, you have to realize that even though you drive a truck, you have families. So we offer things for your family to do, for your wife to do. She can get a job here. Nursing homes, hospitals. We got a big college. My sister works over there at the college. We got several other businesses. We've got 5 plants in this town, and when I show you that today, you're gonna be amazed at what you see. So I want to ask somebody. I want you to give your name and just tell me why you got in trucking. This guy here, he told me he was ready. Your name, sir? Let's kind of get a little closer.
I'm Dan Lee III, and the reason why I got in trucking is I want to travel the world. And I think there's good benefits in it for us.
Yeah, we got Blue Cross, Blue Shield,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see the world.
You want to see the world.
We go all 50. We even go to Canada.
Yeah.
We go to Canada. Okay. Let me shake your hand. Give you that good handshake. Yeah, you'll be back. I got this one. Sir?
Tyrone Wells. I just think it's a good opportunity. Just good benefit. It's something to look in later in the future.
Now, what was you doing before you got in the truck?
Obviously, I worked down at Spice Wholesale in Geneva.
In Geneva?
Yeah,
Okay. And you just decided. So you see a lot of trucks. You see a lot of trucks coming.
Yes, I do. A lot of truck drivers. I talk to them all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's something I've been wanting
the
to
bug
do.
can bit you.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
you get to see them guys whoop in there with them blue jeans on, them $500 boots. You say, yeah, I'm on.
I tell them all the time, once you get trucking in your blood, you can't get it out.
You can't. Okay. Anybody else? Because I had some people. Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. I want my audience to know that some of them said they don't want to say nothing. I ain't gonna call them out today.
Get Kendra.
There's old Kendra right here.
Kendra, you don't want to say nothing. They pushing Kendra up. Kendra, what made you get into trucking? You the only lady up here. You got to say something.
The reason why I wanted to get in trucking because there's better opportunities, especially for my kids, a better future.
How many kids you have?
I have 2.
Okay. All right, Kendra. What about the orange shirt back there? Come on up here. I can tell. Come on up here. Them Ray-Bans up on. Come on up here. Tell me something.
Logan McKnight, Columbia, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Basically, I got tired of working warehouse jobs. I got tired of making somebody else rich. I want the money.
You want the money?
I want to create generational wealth.
All right. You at the right place. I like your attitude. Come on up here. Yeah, they done got that's a clean cook guy here. Look at that. Ain't half missing no. That's a clean cook guy. Yes, sir. What's your name?
Hey, my name is Phil Henschel. I'm from Salem, Alabama. Retired U.S. Air Force. I worked in security most of my life, and my wife said it's time to do something else. She has truck. My father-in-law's in the trucking business, and I wanted the challenge. I wanted to get involved in it myself.
Okay.
So I picked the best company to go with.
Okay, let me say this to you. Y'all can travel. You and your wife can travel. And with the military, and no offense to you guys, but the military makes us what we can do what we do. It makes truck talk. It makes this world revolve. You get an extra $100 sign-on bonus.
I'll take it.
And that's just something we get a military. I know it's extra $100. I don't want to say nothing that I can't back up, but I know it's extra $100. That being because of the fact of who you are. We recognize that. We really, really recognize that. Let me tell you something. I want to make sure I shake your hand. Without our military and without the law enforcement, do you realize what this world would be?
Chaos.
I mean, we have trouble now, and we have you guys. Just think if we didn't. So thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
But
you
to
for your
add to
service.
that,
Yes,
without
sir.
trucking, this world would be chaos too.
Oh yeah, trucking moves the world. Trucking moves
I'm
the
around,
world.
Cody.
I'm good.
Cody say he's good. Well, Cody, tell me from back there why you want to get in trucking. I'll tell everybody what you said.
Just the benefits and the money.
And the benefits of the money. Let me tell you something. I hear you guys and ladies, everyone said benefits. When a company invests in you, you're going to say, well, Hoss, what you mean invest in me? Invest in your retirement. Y'all get your calculators out. When you get paid 4% of your gross pay, when we take it and match that, 4%, gross now, that's before Uncle Sam touches it. We give you 4%. Now, if you started with the state today, it would be 10 years before you would be vested. With Wiley Sanders, in 5 years, you're vested. I heard you said you want to have wealth. Okay. You take, and I'm not encouraging you to come and stay with me 5 years and quit, but I'm just saying if you come there and work 5 years, that 4% of your retirement is yours.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to say, well, when can I join? Right after you get employed. 30 days after you get employed, you can get into that. That is something, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, dental plan, that is something that you cannot beat. You got 2 kids, you got to have insurance. They're going to fall, they're going to stub their toe. Things are going to happen. Anybody here married? Everybody married, unmarried?
Engaged.
Married?
Engaged.
Engaged, okay. Big wedding, we have big wedding in Troy. We have a place called Sips on the Square. I had my son had his ginger party there. A real nice place. Troy's got some nice, and I know y'all thinking, boy, he really talking about Troy. I'm just telling the truth. We got some nice places. We're probably still the only little small town that's got our square.
Mm-hmm.
And we're putting money into that square. There are businesses down there, the drugstore is down there. Mm-hmm. You remember the old time day when you used to go and have the ice cream in the barrel? And our drugstore in Troy, Alabama, we still got the ice cream. I go by there sometime, you know, I kind of cheat. I don't tell my boss, but I slip off from work and I go up there and I get me a good old malt. They'll make you a malt. And the best thing about that malt is when they pour it in the cup, it don't all fit in the cup, and you'll be sitting there sipping on it, and here come that waitress. She'll pour the rest of it in there.
Do they still have that restaurant over there on the corner too?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We got an Italian restaurant over there now. We got Glow. Glow is the only one. We got a Pandora right here in Troy. Guys, let me tell you something about Pandora. That is the gift. That commercial is the truth. That Pandora bracelet. You done stayed out too late, they got a charm for that. You done said something that you shouldn't have said, they got a charm for that. They got a charm for everything you done did. I got one. I get my wife one.
I just told him you was telling all his secrets.
Yeah, because let me tell you something. We as men, we make mistakes. Y'all say y'all never do nothing wrong, so I'm gonna let you go with that. I know you sitting there thinking, I'm gonna let her have that. I'm gonna let her have that. Man, I think about when you worked at Wiley Sanders and where we come from now and where we at. We never thought of it.
No.
We never thought trucking. I mean, really, when you look back 10 years ago, did you think trucking would be what it is now?
No. I mean, I couldn't imagine where the ELDs went. I couldn't imagine where the hours of service went. I couldn't imagine where the technology went in trucks, man. I mean, I remember our old cruise control was that little metal ride. It was there. You had to push
and you
down.
Turn it.
Yeah.
And you pull it out and you turn it.
And now it's just a simple button on the dash.
And then after you sit there and you get to ride in a little while, this was me. I always think I ain't got it pulled all right, so I loosen it up, push it back in, and I pull on it again, tighten it. Not like you say, you just hit a button. And I look at the trainees and what they make a mile, and I remember when trainee pay was regular pay. And now you up in the 45s and all like that. And who would have thought that, you know?
I came out 18 cents a mile.
Huh? When you came out, it was 18 cents a mile?
I was at 23 cents a mile, and I thought that was a lot of money.
And you think about it, trucking has grew so, and people and companies, even us, have had to adapt. We've had to make changes. Our driver lounge, when you see it, you're going to be, we got a guy named Ronnie Bozeman. He's a special project manager, and he just sees stuff. Just a great idea, the boss making him that. He sees stuff need doing and he do it. He put an ice machine. I've learned to, when you don't know what you're talking about, just keep your mouth closed. I was just thinking, what do we need with an ice machine in the driver line? We got a machine down at the shop, it's got the bag ice. Well, no, he put an ice machine in there like it, where you push the button and it comes down, and the drivers just love it. They just love it. They put their little thermos under there, they sitting in there, they, you know, in trucking, there's a lot of ways to save money. We got what we call an APU on our truck. That thing will actually run your microwave, it'll run a small refrigerator. There are guys that do not eat in truck stops. They stack that refrigerator up and they have their little microwave. You know, it's not a meal you want to eat all the time, but you know, they do save money like that. I don't want to tell you everything because I'll bore you at lunchtime, so I'm going to have another bit. But I got a lot of little stuff I want to talk about. I can offer you something that I guarantee you can't no other trucking company offer you, but I don't want to offer that right here now, but I'm going to tell you about it. It's getting home time. Everybody here has told me that you have some kind of connection and you want to get home. We can do that. This makes us able to do it. And I don't have my lead bar up here with me, but
you also got the fertilizer plant going too.
We got it kicking up, but we've been real low key on it, but that's gonna be big for us. So it's gonna be Troy and Wiley Sanders truck lines is growing. And I like to say Troy with it because I can get you home anywhere in the world. Well, if you live in Troy, I can make you live at home. They won't even know you drive a truck. We got some guys that live here. I see them all the time. I go to the gym. I see Tony, Big Tony. I see Big Tony all the time. And I know he's working. I know he's working, but he's on one of them gravies, and he just shoot. In this industry, you don't want your truck like this truck is. You don't want it sit.
It's sitting idle, not making no money.
Not making no money. You want to roll. And the fact with rolling is that I got to look at my time. He may be trying to motion to me. But the fact with rolling is this is what you do. When you roll and then you can rest and roll again. We try to keep drivers within their hours. Our computer system, whereas you used to, remember when we was driving? You had to call your dispatch. First thing you do, lie to them. Oh yeah, man, I got plenty of hours. You know it. You did it. I did it. Oh yeah, man, I got plenty of hours because you want this load. You know, he said, well, I got a Kentucky, but I don't think you got hours. Oh yeah, I got them.
I'll get that.
All you want is the load. You worry about the hours later. But now, can't do that no more.
No, you can't. And
your dispatcher knows the hours you have. And what we do is we set your work to what you can do. If you ain't got but 8 hours, there's no need in giving you this load that you got no chance of making. But if you got 8 hours and we got a 500-mile load and you can take it, or if you got 8 hours and you're going to pick up some hours, and y'all will learn all that, you're going to pick up some hours that night and it don't deliver to the day after. We do stuff like that. We're real computer savvy.
See, back when we first started, we always had to, even if we were sleeping, we had to wake up early in the morning to give a check call, let them know our location and everything, and then go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Now we ain't got to do that with the technology. It knows where that truck is at all times. It knows what you're doing at all times.
And if you trust the system, you're gonna make money. You gotta trust the system. You cannot not trust the system. When the system don't work, you come tell me. I should never talk to you. But it's humanly, every now and then, but when the system don't work, you come tell me. But if you trust the system, do your part. Do what you're supposed to do. Because it's designed for you to make money. Why? If you don't make money, we don't make money. If you're not happy, you're not gonna stay. Our job is to let you make money, keep you comfortable, and keep you happy. But first of all, safety first. Safety first. I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you get out there and you get in a hurry, things are gonna happen. Things are gonna happen. When you hook to this trailer, that pre-trip that they're teaching you about, to check it, that's important. Because if that tire is low, and you don't see it and it blows out, and then there you are side the road, and you're calling me, you're frustrated, do your pre-trip. Take care of your equipment. I used to take care of my truck. I had a deal I made with it. I used to say, I take care of you, you don't break down on me. Your truck, nowadays though, they got sensors on it. It'll tell you what's wrong with it. Back in the day, we had to listen to it and kind of watch it out. But now, all you got to do really is just watch the truck. It'll tell you what's wrong with it. It really will. I'm so amazed at it. You remember when we used to put the little dime in from till all our secret, we put the little dime in the fuel line? That's a day of the past. They can plug it up, that truck, and I'm going to take you down there and show you the modern technology of these trucks. It changes. I'm not ashamed to say this, if I got ready to drive a truck today, just say I want to drive a truck, I would literally have to go through the training.
I'll tell you right now.
It's passed me up that much. I'm not ashamed of it, which is a good thing. The trucking has got more than I see my army man. He looking at me and say he know what structure builds. You got to be solid. You got to have a foundation. You got to have a plan. And I hope all of you got a plan. That man has told me what he wanted to do. He told me what he wanted to do. You told me you want to take care of your kids. You got to have a plan in this world. Y'all are young and y'all can get out there and make that money and bank it up. Save your money. Don't spend it all. Don't spend it all. But we got 1 minute. Who wants that last minute? You ain't said that. What you want to say? You ready to go eat?
Yeah, ready to go eat, but get in the truck and get into the system. Learn the system before you jump back out of it.
That's right.
That's right. That's a good point. You always say the best for last. See what he just said?
Absolutely. And always keep God as your co-pilot.
Your first week, you're probably going to get frustrated. But give it a chance. That's a very good point. Well, I want to thank y'all. Y'all stuck with me for the day, to at least about 1 o'clock. So just get used to hearing me go. We'll stuck together till about 1 o'clock.
Come see us at Southern States Truck Driving School at Southern States Truck Driving School, Cottonwood, Alabama. 334-691-0700.
Give us that number one more time.
334-691-0700.
Thank you for another edition of Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We pray that everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. Be safe.
God bless.
Until next Monday. Goodbye. It's that time of year again. Merry Christmas from Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Oh, look at all my beautiful little helpers. We got toys. That's right. It's the toy drive from Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Trojan Detail. Also, Walt's Gym. It's Christmas time. Girls and boys, can you do it? I don't hear y'all.
Merry Christmas from Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Join our family today. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. We are in Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We have good jobs. We have good home time. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. We have a 401k where we match your gross pay up to 4%. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Be home on the weekend. Drive for the best today, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines,